Live from the Big Beefy Man Cave in New Bedford, Massachusetts. This is the YouTube channel vlog show in which video games, flash game show gameplays, along with sports and wrestling news are the norm. This is the YouTube channel vlog show of positivity, good times, and fun. This is Eric Lima Shenanigans of 1977. And now, here's the host of the show, the perpetrator of these shenanigans, Big Beefy E himself, Mr. Eric M. Lima.
Thank you very much, Mr. Announcer, sir. Well, hello there, everyone. Welcome to yet another episode of Eric Lima Shenanigans of 1977. It is December the 14th, 2022, 10:26 p.m. And we're going to talk about AEW Winter is Coming. AEW Dynamite Winter is Coming. Event Center. And it started off with the best of 7 trios match. Death Triangle, which has won 2 matches, and the Elite has won 1. Went at it. It got to the point where Nick Jackson hurt his ankle, and he tried to come back in the matchup. They used a hammer again, and ended up winning. And ended up winning the match, which now Death Triangle is just 1 win away to retaining their trios championships. Kenny Omega then grabbed the mic, says he's sick and tired of the whole shenanigans caused by Death Triangle, and he decided, well, we'll make match number 5 no DQ. Tony Khan's made that happen. Look, the next 3 matches are going to be anything goes. The 7th match, if it gets that far, it'll be a ladder match. So for the trios championship. So there's that. Alex Marvez interviewed the AEW World Heavyweight Champion Maxwell Jacob Friedman, a.k.a. MJF. And MJF did cut a promo on Ricky Starks about how he's going to beat Ricky Starks, and and made fun of Ricky Starks' stories and all that. That's MJF for you. And the Acclaim decided to come out and rap about retaining the titles and all, but Jeff Jarrett, Jay Lethal, Sanjay Dutt, and Satnam Singh attacked all 3 members of the Acclaimed, and they basically said, well, choke on this slap nut, and threw the AEW Tag Team title down. It looks like Jeff Jarrett and Lethal may be going for those AEW Tag Team titles. You never know for sure. Tony Schiavone interviewed the Jericho Appreciation Society. Jericho was not very happy that he lost to Claudio Castagnoli via the swing. He said he's going to take it out on some jobber tonight as a warm-up. More in that situation, ladies and gentlemen. Jungle Boy Jack Perry took on the Embassy's Brian Cage, who was 1/3 of their new Ring of Honor 6-man tag team champions. And after a hard-fought matchup, despite Prince Nana trying to get involved, Jungle Boy Jack Perry won the matchup. So Jungle Boy grabs the microphone. He says, I beat Luchasaurus, and I beat Brian Cage. I'll take on any big guy out here. So Big Bill, I'm calling you out. Get your butt out here. And then Stokely Hathaway interrupts him and said, hey, that's a big mistake, boy, and all that. And then Jungle Boy Jack Perry said, you know what, I've had enough. I'm going to shut this guy up. He tries to go out to Stokely Hathaway. Instead, Lee Moriarty came out, and then him and Jungle Boy Jack Perry started brawling, and then Big Bill, a.k.a. W. Morrissey, starts attacking him as well. But then Hook came in a shocking move, and decides to chase everybody out of the ring, and then helps Jungle Boy Jack Perry up. It looks like Hook's got respect for Jungle Boy Jack Perry. If these two decide to team up, talk about a couple of young guns that could take over AEW in years to come. The Blackpool Combat Club promo on what's going on in 2023, and then John Moxley responded to Sammy Guevara's challenge, and then he decided to issue a challenge to Adam Page to bring your Dark Order friends with you. And, Claudio Castagnoli and Willie Uter made a vow to defend their titles and to take over in 2023. Swerve Strickland cut a promo on Keith Lee, says we're going to have that meeting soon. Hope to see you there, but this time we're not going to be friends. We're not going to be partners. And it seems like they want to have a match against each other. We'll see what happens on that situation. Trios matchup, the return to House of Black took on the Factory's Cole Carter, QT Marshall and Aaron Solo. Nick Comoroto tried to confront a member of the House of Black, and then Julia Hart steps up, spits the mist in his eyes. Everybody brawled out, but then Malachi Black took out QT Marshall, or QT Fire Marshal Bill, and ended up winning the match. So, in their first return match back. Hikaru Shida and Jamie Hayter, who will be fighting for the AEW Women's World title next week at the Holiday Bash. And they got a promo on that, on each other. And then Renee Paquette interviewed Britt Baker, but Britt Baker said to be rude to Renee once again. Starts using Rollins, all about me. Sky Blue interrupts Baker and challenges her to a matchup. And Britt Baker goes, fine, Rampage it is. So that match will happen on Rampage this Friday. Chris Jericho was in action against Action Andretti. Now, I don't know if Action Andretti is related to the driving Andretti family, but we don't know for sure. But Action Andretti, don't forget the name. And Jericho thought this was going to be an easy cakewalk. This kid, Action Andretti, kicked out of the Code Breaker, kicked out every single finishing maneuver, avoided the Judas Effect back elbow move, back fist move by Jericho, and ended up, and get this, Chris Jericho lost the match to this kid, Action Andretti. Action Andretti, probably this is the biggest upset possibly in AEW history. Action Andretti beat Chris Jericho clean in the middle of the ring. I'm not lying. If you don't believe me, watch the matchup. Watch the replay on some streaming site. Dude, Action Andretti beat Chris Jericho. And Chris Jericho was stunned. Everybody was stunned. I was shocked. I'm like, he beat Jericho. He beat Chris Jericho. Action Andretti. If this takes this kid to a new level, I'll tell you what, this is probably the biggest victory in his debut. You beat an 8-time World Heavyweight Champion. Excuse me. Action Andretti. Winner is coming. Holy cow. It was a shot. And then Ricky Starks responded to what MJF had to say, and was determined to win the title. Then FTR cut a promo on the Guns and say, "Hey, you want to attack us? You want our attention? You got it. If we have to, our legacy is we have to beat you, and we'll go for it." And then Jericho was going nuts in the back towards the locker room, throwing stuff around, losing his temper after losing to Action Andretti. I mean, and your fans were chanting, "Let's go, Jobber," and he beat this kid, this supposed jobber, beat Chris Jericho, an 8-time World Heavyweight Champion. Unbelievable. Then women's action for the very first time, Ruby Soho and Ty Melo. The two of them fought, and then, Ty Melo had the upper hand in a couple situations, but then Ruby Soho ended up winning the matchup, and then Anna Jay came out, attacked Ruby Soho, and hit the gory bomb on Ruby Soho, possibly re-breaking her nose again. We don't know for sure. If I were Ruby Soho, I'd be wearing a protective face mask. Then Alex Marvez interviewed Adam Page. He said, "You know what? I'll fight Moxley this Friday, despite what I'm going through right now." So he's still ticked at Moxley. Dustin Rhodes and Best Friends and Danhausen cut a promo on Kip Sabian, Trent Seven, Butcher, and the Blade, which Dustin Rhodes and the Best Friends will go at it in an 8-man tag, and which will be fun. And the AEW World title and the Dynamite Diamond Ring was on the line as MJF defends the title against Ricky Starks, defending his Dynamite Diamond Ring. And thanks to a low blow, MJF ended up retaining his title and winning his 4th Dynamite Diamond Ring. Bryan Danielson come out to chase MJF out of the arena, and then Bryan Danielson checked up on Ricky Starks and shows respect to Ricky Starks. Now I got to respond to a comment made on my Tic-Tac-Doe video to Carl Stout. Carl, I'm sorry, but unfortunately I tried to get the other version of Tic-Tac-Doe to work and the pilot version, but unfortunately it's a no-go. So you're going to have to put up with me playing the older version of Tic Tac Toe, the CDC Productions version. That's the only one that's working. I'm sorry I can't play the Flash games too. I don't know. I try getting them to work, but they don't seem to work for me. I don't know what's going on. I don't know what issue it is, but they won't work. The pilot version won't work. I mean, I would love to play the pilot version and the other regular version, but unfortunately, that is the lights blinking. But I can't play the other versions because they're not going to work. They won't work. I tried doing it earlier on, and I've given up on that. So Carl Stout, I'm sorry, buddy, but you just got to put up with the versions that I have, the version of Tic Tac Toe that I have. I kind of wish there's somebody would find some way to make that version, the other versions of Tic Tac Toe work, the pilot version, any other version. The Flash Game Show 2, Flash Games 2 version, but I'm sorry, but but I'm sorry they can't work. I don't know what to tell you. I know you want me to play. People out there, you gotta listen to me. There's things I can and cannot do on here because I don't have a whole lot like you guys do. You know what I mean? Remember, I'm 45 years old. I'm still in the old school route of way of doing things, and especially on the internet. So you just got to bear with me here and just be calm and stay calm. Don't come at me. All right? I appreciate that. So it is the way it is. I mean, you guys still like my videos. I'm getting positive feedback on them. That's great. I want to keep that up. All right? So that's all the time we have on the show. Episode 233 of Eric Lima Shenanigans of 1977. I will do it again tomorrow. Gonna be a little bit of pressure of luck. All right? I'll see you guys later. Good night, everybody. And until the next episode, Mr. Announcer, please take us home.
That is all for today's episode. This is Mr. Lima speaking for Eric Lima Shenanigans of 1977. A Big Beefy E tour for Bob Saget production, and in association with A Sweet Buffer Raving Dingleberry Telepictures and Distribution. Thank you for watching today's episode of the show. See you on the next episode of the show. Goodbye for now, and have a very blessed day.